Welcome back to the show. And today, my guest is Suzanne Bernie.
Suzanne has been a stylist for 25 years and has had the privilege of working with some amazing icons, such as shooting with Sir David Bailey, styling album covers for Sir Rod Stewart and Sir Paul McCartney, shooting Elizabeth Hurley for Vogue, and also working with big corporates like Coca-Cola, to name a few. Yet, working with real people is the most rewarding for Suze. Styling can give you a real boost, whether it's for daily life and special occasions, or for when life is not quite so kind to you, such as during a breakup or divorce, or just feeling low and unloved. Suze uses her expertise to create a whole new outlook for her clients and a newfound strength to move forward into a new chapter in their lives. So I'm super excited to welcome Suzanne Bernie to the show. Welcome, Suze.
Thank you, Sara. Lovely to be here with you.
So I have known you for about 12 years now, and it's a very interesting story, isn't it, how we met? Because Suze is an incredible stylist, and she was actually a present to me for Valentine's Day from my ex-husband.
Yes, that was, as bizarre as that was, yes, it was. I was a gift, and I didn't come gift wrapped, but it was certainly a great experience once we met.
It was so much fun. So Suze came to my house to go through my wardrobe and detox my wardrobe, have a look and see what I had in there, and then help me pull out some interesting bits and bobs to put together into outfits and to let me know what I didn't have in my wardrobe that I could really do with. So as plenty of you will know, that getting your style done can really boost your mood. Now, Suze, how do you find working with clients boosts your mood?
Well, I find that when my clients contact me, it could be just for a refresh because they're feeling a bit down about what they already own and what is already in their wardrobe. It could be that they open their wardrobe and, like many people do, they say, oh, I've got so many clothes and nothing to wear, because nothing works with anything else. So when you open your wardrobe and it isn't working for you, and it's a little bit of despair, what fits, what doesn't fit, what goes with what, how I could mix and match things together, your heart sinks, because you've got to start your day under normal circumstances. You're going to work, or you're going to an event, or you're going to a social occasion, and you want to feel upbeat by what you're putting on your body. You don't want it to be, oh, I'm going to have to try on half a dozen outfits before I get to the one I want. You really want to put something on and look at yourself in the mirror and think, oh, I feel $1 million and this is only going to enhance my day. I don't have to think about it all day. I don't have to fidget with anything all day. You may be going into a high-powered business meeting and you don't want to be thinking about, is this tucked in? Am I sitting on that? Is this creased or whatever? It just needs to be seamless and easy, but uplifting.
Yeah. So, Suze, tell us a little bit about what you do and how you work with your clients.
So my clients, generally, they come to me. I mean, I've been styling now, just to give you a bit of a background. I've been styling for about 25 years, starting in TV, music videos, editorials, working with some incredible people. And then I went into personal styling and private clients, traveling all over the world and dealing with real people with real problems. And it could be that they are in unstable relationships, they're unhappy with their job, they're going for an interview, they're getting a promotion, they travel all the time. It doesn't, whatever the situation is, this is what I dress them for. So my client will come to me and we'll have a chat and work out exactly what they find is missing, and then in their lives, not necessarily in their wardrobes. And then funnily enough, they could be feeling not so great about themselves, and a pick me up is always how do I look and how am I performing. So I will speak to my client, they'll fill out a form so I can get to know them better, where they shop, etc., how they deal with the whole shopping situation, and how they dress and what they already wear. You know, it could be that they only wear certain colors. Why do they? I need to know a little bit more about how they tick and how it works. I will then go away and I'll go to their home and go through their wardrobe and see what they already have, what works for them. Does it match? Are they a person that just buys statement pieces, and then they realize that they don't have anything to go with those statement pieces, or is it's very divided with a work and a social wardrobe? So there's lots of scenarios why a wardrobe wouldn't work for somebody, but then I go and I can either do the wardrobe detox, whereas I'll go to their home and sort their wardrobe out, which literally is sorting your whole wardrobe out. So I will go through your clothes, and then I will go through your gym wear, I'll go through your bags, your accessories, your jewelry, underwear if necessary. And there have been quite a few surprises in the back of a few wardrobes, that's for sure. Once I've got a good handle on the person, their personality, and what they need in their lives, I then go out and do a recce of all the shops that I think are good for them. So no time is wasted, and it's all done for the client. So they're not walking around thinking, where are we shopping next? Everything by the time they meet me is selected and held, so that they just arrive and everything's there for you to see.
Wow. And I know personally how good you are, because I've been using you for about 12 years now, when my ex bought me a Valentine's gift, which was you coming to my home to detox my wardrobe and then take me out on a shopping trip. So I remember that because I was married at the time, and you came to my apartment and you walked into my wardrobe, I had this little walk-in wardrobe, and you said, try this on. And we were detoxing the wardrobe. And I'll never forget that I came out and I just was so unhappy with myself and everything that I was trying on. Now, this was, gosh, it was 12 years ago now. So it was a long time ago. And I've come a long way since, but I'll never forget that day, because Suze was there as a stylist. I didn't know you at all, did I? It was the first time we'd met. And you came into my wardrobe and I got very emotional, because I suppose deep down I knew that my relationship was falling apart at that point, and I was worried, although I hadn't really voiced it to anyone. And I started crying, and I said that I felt unattractive and overweight, and I was still carrying a lot of my baby weight then, even though my son was nearly 1. And I just remember how that day and being with you gave me such a boost. Do you remember that, Suze? I'm sure you do.
I absolutely clearly remember it, because I remember leaving thinking, there must be millions of people in the world, male and female, that need that help that I gave you that day. And I think that that was the beginning of me moving more towards personal styling than towards production. Because to be honest with you, it's great to work with a crew and a production, but to style a family, to sell a BMW, to sell a food breakfast cereal or whatever it may be, is fantastic, but it doesn't give you the reward and the goosebump moment that leaving somebody who was distraught in a happier place, because they realize their worth, their value, and how actually amazing they look, which you did. But you were made to feel that you weren't good enough and that you didn't look great, and you needed somebody else who was an external, who wasn't a mum, a sister, a brother, or whatever, to tell the truth and to say, you are gorgeous, you look amazing, and it's nothing to do with what you think it is, but you needed a bit of help and a bit of honing and a bit of realization. And the commodity of clothes, that's what it is.
Because I think what I'm hoping that my listeners can get from this is that when you're going through a really tough time, when you're going through heartbreak, or you feel maybe you've been rejected in love, maybe you're just feeling very, very low, your self-confidence is low, something like getting your wardrobe detox or getting a stylist to come and help you, whilst it is on the outside and it is shallow, and obviously there's a lot of work to be done on the inside too, it really can boost your mood, can't it, Suze?
100%. I don't think it's shallow at all. I think it's difficult, but I think if you look at everybody, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you either think, oh gosh, well, I thought I'd see something better than I'm seeing now. Or you would be lifted and you would think, right, I'm ready to take the day on. I'm ready to go on that date. I haven't been with a partner for years, but now I know that I can look amazing. I'm ready to walk into that restaurant and meet someone, or into a party when I don't know anybody. And that's what it's all about, because I don't care what anybody says, within 3 seconds of somebody, even maybe 2 seconds of somebody meeting you, they are making an opinion of the way you look. Whether you like it or you don't like it, I'm afraid that's the world we live in. So to get that right, and to get that the comfort in somebody's mind that you know that you have done it right and that you look amazing.
So what would your top tips be? How can you use clothes, I guess, to boost your mood and make you feel better and more confident, as you say, about yourself?
Okay, well, first of all, I think it's very important that you go back to your own. You look at what you already own. Don't think that you can get a buzz, a 1 minute buzz from your laptop by ordering half a dozen pieces from this website or half a dozen pieces from that website. Just, you need to stop and look at what you already have in your wardrobe and how you can make that work. There's no point and getting loads and loads and loads of clothes and actually thinking, well, that hasn't made me feel better about myself. It won't make you feel better about yourself. The job, you have to do the job properly, which is why I am called into people, because it's not easy. And you need, for people that are now, oh, well, we're all stuck at home. Don't just go online and go crazy thinking as I say, you've got the hit for the day. Take your time, look at what you already own, and do what most people hate doing, which is trying on everything that you own. And I know people go, I can't do that. But actually, if you're going out to work or on a date or whatever it may be, and you're trying things on that are too small for you because your body shape may have changed, you may have been in a lockdown and eaten rather than exercised, nobody's judging anybody, nor should they. But you don't want to try something on that's too small and go, oh, well, that's too small. Now I've got to go to the next thing. And is that going to fit me or is it not going to fit me? Do the job before now, because now people have got time on their hands. Try on everything you have. Do you like it? Do you look at yourself in the mirror? Does it lift you? Do your eyes shine? Can you see yourself wearing it again? Have you worn it before, like 2 years ago? So has it been left there and you've fallen out of love with it? You need to fall back in love with everything that you own. And to be honest with you, that actually starts with underwear.
Absolutely. I think that's the first place to go when you go through any kind of breakup, is just to detox your underwear drawer and get yourself a few nice pieces. Don't need to be expensive, but something that you feel good in, that is flattering. I think that can make all the difference. A bit of an underwear shop after a breakup.
Yeah, and also make sure it fits you well. Make sure that the bra fits you. When was the last time you had a fitting? Also with men, what is the state of your boxer shorts? Would you be happy getting undressed in front of somebody who is? And this is where styling becomes very intimate. I can be in a changing room with somebody and after 5 minutes they're already semi-naked. So you have to realize there's a lot of trust, a hell of a lot of trust. And I think it's important for my clients, which they do, is to trust me and my judgment. And I'm not going to tell you that something looks nice when it doesn't.
Yeah, and you're also very good at picking out things and pushing people out of their comfort zone. I remember going shopping with you and thinking, oh, I'm not sure about a couple of those things. I'm not sure that's me. And then trying it on, because I know when you're going through a breakup, especially, you get stuck in a rut. Sometimes you might be, if you're anything like me, wearing black all the time, or your tracksuit because it's comfy, and you're not putting on things that make you necessarily feel good. They make you feel comfortable, but maybe they're dark colors and just comfy rather than stylish. So what are your tips for colors to cheer yourself up?
I think colours, although I am in black today, however, I think colours are very, very important to one's life. And I think you should not be put off if somebody says to you, I know people do colours and it's very popular, but personally speaking, if I would not say to anybody, you cannot wear that. Yes, okay. Particularly light-skinned person wouldn't look great in lime green or any of those acidy colours. I'm not going that way, but I'm saying if somebody said to you, don't wear blue, and then I showed you something with a bit more purple in or a bit more pink in or a bit, then you'd go, oh, I really like blue. So don't be put off by anything that anybody says you can't wear. Give it a go, give it a try. And for people that are a little bit scared, I would say go for prints, something that has lots of colours in, but the colours can be muted. So it's muted as in dulled down a little and not quite so scary and in your face. But give it definitely give it a go. And you can see the difference in your face when you put a colour on that doesn't suit you. I can tell the difference. I think, I hope other people can, but your eyes go duller as opposed to sparkling, and your skin changes colour. And again, throughout the year, our skin changes colour. So maybe in the summer you'd wear brighter colours than you would in the winter because of the changing of the skin tone. But don't be afraid. And if you are, then add a scarf, which is a very non-scary way to introduce colour.
I think that's really good advice, because color will cheer you up. You know, having something bright on, maybe if it's your favorite color, maybe your favorite color is green or something that just makes you feel good. So having those colors, you know, close to you, I think can be comforting as well. So I think that's important. And also, you know, how do you get the balance between looking good, but also being comfortable? Because sometimes, especially women, are wearing shoes that are uncomfortable because they look good, or wearing a certain dress where you have to sort of pull yourself in a little bit more than you normally would if you're in your tracksuit. How do you get around that?
Certainly shoes are a good place to start. And it would be good, if you're going to wear a high heel, then it's always nice to have a slight wedge, and if you're walking on grass, it's certainly good to have a wedge, because for obvious reasons. But the shape of the heel is a big factor, because unlike you, not everyone can wear that very, very narrow heel. So I would say, yes, do that. Also, the cowboy boot with a chunky heel is a great way to show a little bit of elegance. You've got your pointed toe, so it shows a little more sophistication other than a square, stumpy boot. But you can get comfort within your feet. But so many people wear trainers now, and it's such a cool look that unless you're going somewhere special or out for dinner or to a business meeting, then trainers seem to be the way forward to get that comfort.
Yeah, I love the trainers with a dress, trainers with a skirt look. I really like that look. And that's something that's one of my favorite go-tos when I'm not wearing my high heels, which are one of my signature go-tos when I'm out and about. But I think, you know, making that effort to dress up always gives you a boost, doesn't it? It just makes you feel good. And I know sometimes it's pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. As is having someone to come over and go through your wardrobe. I mean, you're kind of opening up your sort of inner sanctum and your privacy there, sort of saying, look, you know, these are all my favorite things, but you know, what happens if she doesn't like them? And sometimes you don't, do you, Suze? I remember you looking at some of my things with horror, saying, what's this? But actually you were right. But I know that you allow us to, you know, in the way you work, is that you enable people to keep the things that they really love, even if they don't suit you, right?
Yeah, I think because it's all, there's a psychological mix behind everybody's wardrobe. So I would never walk in and go, oh my God, we've got to get rid of everything. But gently, there is a reason why you've asked me to come into your life. And it is very brave for somebody to do, but only brave because you're saying, I need help. It's like you say, would you go to a doctor? You don't know everything yourself. Of course I'd go to a doctor. I need help. Would people come to you? I need a divorce counsellor. Yes, I can't deal with it myself. I need help. It's just another service that somebody needs help with. But it's completely non-judgmental. And it's completely only to make the best for my clients in their every aspect of their lives. For me, the biggest buzz and the biggest reward is for people to go, I can look great. I can walk into a room. I can go on a date, and I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. And now my wardrobe looks like it represents me or them. So therefore, the whole thing is rewarding. But it is a, you know, I've had people say, well, I really want to buy you for a gift for somebody, but I'm not quite sure how to say it. Yeah. And you say, just send them a voucher. I can send you a voucher, send them a voucher. It is wonderful. If somebody bought you a spa day, would you say would you think that somebody thought that you looked really stressed out, so you needed a spa day? No, you just need time. It's a reward for yourself to give yourself time, so that the area that everybody does every day of their lives, which is get dressed, is done to the best way possible.
Yeah, I think that when you're going through a breakup or a separation, you've had your heart broken, sometimes, you know, pampering yourself, treating yourself, you know, looking after you is really important, because, you know, you may not be ready to date yet. You may be, gosh, no, that's so far away from where I am right now. And it's about rebuilding you at the early stages, rediscovering who you are. And, you know, some people want to lose weight. Some people are happy with the way they are. Some people have always been quite fit and healthy. Whatever it is for you, getting somebody in to help you. And, you know, taking charge of your own clothes, your own style, really will give you a boost and start to make you feel good about yourself. And I think quite often that's where it starts, the healing. It starts with you. So self-love comes first, appreciating that you're just great, just the way you are, and finding little ways to add a little bit of sparkle, a bit of fun back. And obviously that's where Suze comes in, because she comes in a bundle of energy and upbeat positivity, coming in, having a look at your wardrobe, doing it in a very gentle, kind way, you know, and I guess that's how stylists work. The good stylists like you, Suze, they have an ability to connect with people, build that rapport, and really work out who you are, because you've got a very different style to me, for example, but you always seem to be able to read me and find clothes that really make me feel good.
Absolutely. I say to my clients, please don't think that I am going to dress you like I dress. That's not the way it goes. And anybody that says that, you know, I have assistants and interns that say, can I work with you? Can I shadow you? Can I assist you? And so many of them have to learn the basics of interpreting somebody else's style and somebody else's body shape, and being able to walk into a shop and scan a shop really quickly, saying and identifying what will work for that person, for their body shape, for their coloring, for religious purposes, for every single factor. Most people have different shaped bodies. So as in the top half, certainly women, the top half smaller than the bottom half, or the legs are this or that. We all have problems with our bodies that we wish we could tweak. But it can be tweaked. But it can be tweaked in a way that is complementary, that is subtle, and that the outcome, you'll find, gosh, I look thinner in that, and I look taller in that, and the colours work better with that, and how did I never think I could wear this shape before? And when going back to what you were saying was trying to take somebody out of their comfort zone just a little bit, it's just try it. It costs nothing to try. What's the worst that can happen is you take it off. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely. And I know that more times than not, when I've done that with you, I've ended up absolutely loving it and wanting to keep it. So yeah, I mean, it is interesting, and it's sometimes nice to get another point of view, which really helps as well. So how could you share some top tips of what people could do right now with their wardrobe? So they go to their wardrobe, they're feeling low, maybe they don't want to, maybe they're a little bit overwhelmed. What would be the initial thing you think they should look for in their wardrobe?
Well, I think that you should stand back and look at your wardrobe and be honest with yourself and work out what fits you still. And if at the back of your wardrobe you've got those pieces that you had when you were a size 10, you were pre-baby, you were in a different place, maybe you weren't as happy as you are now. So, or whatever the scenario may be, get rid, take out, put on one side. When I finish with my clients, I end up with a pile for friends and family, a pile to put away that's sentimental, because you've always got, oh, that was the first outfit I had with my, I don't know, my boyfriend, or that was my mum's and I need to keep it. Or so there's a nice pile of sentimental clothes, and then there's your charity selection. So you're doing good all the way around, really. And it's upcycling, because now I'm more in the sustainable scenario, whereas don't go out and buy a million pieces of okay, cheaper, less expensive stuff. Put some investment behind quality. So look at what you have in your wardrobe. What is good quality? What has washed well? What is still being able to be worn? What hasn't got holes in? What isn't bobbled? And just take some time to care for your wardrobe. If you take a piece out and you think, I haven't worn that for ages because I've got nothing to wear with it, that's your beginning of your capsule wardrobe. So you've got so many pairs of trousers that will work with so many tops, and some jackets that will work. Can those jackets go to work? No, they're only for social. Is it because they're too casual? Do you need more pieces for work? Obviously not now, because most people work from home. But, you know, even now, I would say get dressed. Do not wear elasticated waists all week, because by Friday or Sunday, when you've just had a few too many of those comforting biscuits, you're going to be sorry. And I know and I say to my clients, you don't need to diet. I can style you whatever shape you are, but for your own happiness and your own wardrobe, let's keep what fitted you last March. Let's make sure it fits you next March.
Yeah. I know it's difficult, isn't it? When you're going through a tough time, people often lean to things as crutches. And a lot of the work I do is to help people refocus. You know, this podcast is called Heartbreak to Happiness, and we all have different coping mechanisms to get us through. And some of us might eat those biscuits you're talking about. Some of us might drink a bit more. Some people may go to exercise and throw themselves in. So there's different ways of coping, and some obviously are more positive than others. But it's not always that easy. And I think styling or just standing there and having a bit of a detox helps you start to take control of your life again. It's a little step to say, right, out with the old, in with the new. And I think styling comes very much into that, doesn't it? If you detox your wardrobe, it feels like a weight off your mind. It feels like you're freeing up some space. You know, literally you are freeing up space, but you're sort of freeing up space in your life for some new things to come in.
Definitely. And when I finish with my clients and they look back at what they have, they cannot believe the feeling of clarity, and it's almost like a spiritual feeling of absolutely detoxing. That's why I call it detox, because it literally detoxes those demons, those negativities that you are holding on to. You don't need to hold on to them. The idea of having a wardrobe that works for you and lifts you and energizes you is what it's all about. Not one that nothing in your wardrobe should make you feel down. And if it does, get rid of it. I do wardrobe detox online as well now. I do it over Zoom, because my clients have said, I still need help. I know you can't come over, but can we just go? Can you just help me? Should I keep this? Put it on. Do you like it? Well, no, not really. Then let me help you. It's a hand-holding scenario. Let me take you to the next step. And then you add new in that works with what you already have. And your existing wardrobe has a second life.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a great way of doing it, because you're not doubling up. I know I've done that in the past. You go, oh, I need something. I think I'm going to get a top. And then you end up with more tops, not enough bottoms. You haven't got anything to go with certain things. So by doing this first, you're actually saving yourself some money.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely.
So how do you think, if someone is listening right now and they're going, that's just what I need to do, I'm going to detox my wardrobe, but I don't have a big budget here to maybe spend on seeing a stylist, although I know you're very cost effective, but also if they're looking for just some tips on how they can add a bit of sparkle to an outfit that isn't going to break the bank, what would your top tips be for that?
I think that you need to look at items that you have and maybe pieces that you can separate. So you may have a suit, then you thought, oh, I can only ever wear it as a suit because it's come as a suit. But actually, you'll make it work twice as hard. You've got a jacket and you've got trousers or a skirt. So in a smarter scenario, or you could wear a great blazer with a pair of jeans and heels. So to get a quick effect on what you already own is maybe you could, once you've worked out what you like and what keeps and what you want to keep and what fits, then you say, right, I've got 3 pairs of trousers and only a couple of tops that work with it. Let me be clever and add in another top that I love and adore, that I know that when I put it on, I'm going to feel amazing. Now, the problem at the moment is everything is online, and often it can be disappointing when it arrives and you think, that wasn't what I had in mind. I'm just going to forget the whole thing. But that's when people often need a helping hand, because then the quality makes the difference, and the color, the shape, the texture, all of it.
Yeah, I did that the other day. I ordered something online which looked like it was a long grey cardigan because my other one had got bobbly. So I was like, I need to get rid of that. So I ordered one online and it looked like a chunky knit sort of sweater with a bit of a fur lining on the bottom, not real fur, but just like a sheepskin sort of lining. And it looked perfect for just over jeans with trainers, walking the dog. Anyway, when it arrived, I opened it up and it was so thin and cheap, and and it just looked like with one wash it would just disappear. And I I took it to my son who's only 12, and I said, listen, I said, this is the marketing picture and I got the picture up of what I thought I'd bought, and I held up this. I said, is it just me or is this? And he was laughing. He was like, Mummy, it doesn't look anything like it. Are you kidding me? I was like, wow. Okay. So I made a note actually of that firm, and I won't use them again because they come up on my Instagram feed and they always look so great in the pictures. Yeah. And then when you get it home, I was like devastated, but it's so tricky to send it back because there's no return label. There's no, it's just an absolute nightmare. So I've stopped using that firm.
I did exactly the same thing. And I ordered also a long cardigan thinking that'll keep me nice and warm and cozy. And not only did it take 41 days to arrive, it was a completely different garment. And yes, I've done the same. And the fabric and the feel. So I am not a great advocate for shopping online, which under the circumstances right now is difficult for people, but I just can't wait for the shops to be open and to be able to feel and to see the quality and the way things hang and the way things fit. It's just, it's too much of a pain to do it online.
Yeah, well, there's definitely pitfalls to it. And one of the things that I learned from you was adding a little bit of sparkle just with a necklace can really transform an outfit. So tell us about that.
I love accessories. In fact, I've just bought myself another necklace. So that's what I would say. Add sparkle to your wardrobe. Give it a little bit of a twist. Now the layering is very popular with your, and again, if you have a piece of jewelry, and it doesn't have to be a statement piece, it could just be an everyday living piece. You put on your clothes and it actually gives it a different feel and a different look. I mean, I think I've had this shirt, I don't know how many years, must be 6-7 years. And now when I put it on today, I thought, that neckline looks much nicer now. I've got some necklaces underneath, and I'm wearing it with a bit of a upbeat. And when I get like when you walk past a mirror, you don't think, actually, I look terrible. No, you think I look alleviated to the next level. I look like I have tried. So I think those kind of things are important. And if I can just say one other thing that's really important that people don't think about, is alterations. So you really don't need to, if you have, say, lost a lot of weight, gained weight, whatever the scenario may be, don't despair that you have to get rid of your whole wardrobe. A lot of people don't think about alterations, and they can save a fortune and make such a difference to the fit, the shape, and how much you like it. It can totally reinvent a piece that you've had forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I did that when I went through my divorce. I don't think I ate for about 3 months. I think I was in total shock, and I was so devastated. Like, food was the last thing I could deal with. But I remember I then ended up with actually finally shifting all my baby weight, and I had these dresses that I was wearing for work, and I loved them, but obviously they're a bit big. So I took them to a local tailor, and she said to me, "Gosh, what diet have you been on? It's amazing." And I said, "Well, yeah, it's called the divorce diet." And she looked at me like, not sure whether to go, "Oh, well done," or, "Oh my goodness, that's terrible." But actually, there's always a silver lining. And if you can, keep the pieces of clothing that you loved and get them tailored, as you said, or, add some sparkle to everyday things. Maybe if you don't have a big budget to spend, by adding a necklace or funky glasses. Suze is a great one for funky glasses. Wearing glasses that lift your face and add a bit of color. I think all those things are simple and easy to do. And I think when you're in massive overwhelm, going through a breakup or a divorce, you need those little things that can just brighten up your day a bit.
Yeah.
So, Suze, tell us a bit more. If somebody wants to work with you, how do they find you?
Well, they can find me through my website, which is SuzanneBernie.com. They can email me at hello@SuzanneBernie.com, or I'm on Instagram, which is Suze Bernie Stylist, at Suze Bernie Stylist. So any which way, and I'm very happy to work individually with people, work with people's budgets, and just make their lives so much easier and happier to deal with through their wardrobe and clothes and the decisions that they make. They may, whether it's a problem with a body shape, with a coloring, the lists of requirements that I've had from clients is never ending. So anybody can ask me anything for anything, but those are the best ways to get through to me. And I'm always happy to help in any scenario, both male, female, LGBTQ, which I have a large following with. And yeah, that's really how it will work. And then I can do lots of various different things, because in this scenario we're in now, I have a service that is like a Pinterest board. So because we can't go shopping, I will still do a consultation online, and I will still speak to people, and we'll have face-to-face Zooms, and then I can look at their wardrobe that way. And then what I tend to do is then create a Pinterest board full of garments that are specifically catered for them, for my client, and so that I just send them the picture, send them the link, and they go automatically to the website and they purchase the garments. I then have another Zoom with them with the garments on and work out what goes with what. And so so it's that's all working as is right now. But when things are back to normal, I go and do to people's homes around the world, around the country, go through their wardrobes, and then we work out the shopping. And they don't have to have both services. They can have one or the other.
Perfect. And I know you work with all sorts of budgets, don't you? Because sometimes we do high street, sometimes we do designer. How do you incorporate both of those, or just one?
I can work to any budget. Any budget. I have had clients that have had it's a gift. I've only got £200 to spend, or I have budgets of £50,000 in one day. It's ridiculous, the difference, but the service is exactly the same, whether irrespective of your budget, and the care and attention and dedication is exactly the same, because at the end of it, it's all a matter of you looking at yourself and going, oh my God, I didn't realize I could look like that. And that's what it's really all about. So budget wise, it's I will work, I charge a daily rate for my time, so that however long and whatever it needs to be done, then it's all, the ball is in my client's court and I work accordingly.
I think that's amazing. And I think it really is a great tool to add to your toolkit if you're going through a breakup, to be able to, help on your journey from that heartbreak back to finding out who you are again. So you can start to feel good and start to feel happy, which is, what my job and your job is all about, Suze, isn't it? About getting people through out the other side and starting to feel good again. But thank you, Suze, for coming on. It's been an absolute joy and pleasure. And thank you for all your tips. I'm sure my listeners are going to be doing some of those tonight, today, tomorrow, looking at their wardrobes and going, wow, okay, great time to detox your wardrobe, guys. So thank you, Suze. I hope you've enjoyed it.
You're more than welcome. I've loved it. And as I say, if anybody has any queries or questions, just mention you, that we've met this way. And I'm sure I'll be able to sort something nice out as they have come via you, to make it easier for them, certainly right now.
Oh, thank you, guys. So if you do want to reach out to Suze, check out her website, SuzanneBernie.com, or you can find her on Instagram at Suze Bernie Stylist. That's it for today's episode, and I look forward to you joining me on our next episode.